What is up, shredders? Today's going to be a little bit of a different video, as I haven't been able to go out riding because of all this recent rain that we've had in Queensland. It's been bucketing down like crazy, so a lot of the trails are either mudded out or closed. So today's video is going to be a short-term review slash bike check of my trekslash 8 2020 model. And yeah, shout outs to We The Riders. They're an awesome local brand that have really good quality mountain bike gear and clothing, so I think you guys should check them out. I'll link them in the description below. Guys, so this is a 2020 model trekslash 8, and I have this in a size medium or a 17.5 inch frame. I am 173 centimeters tall, and I think this fits me perfectly. It's actually a little bit on the smaller side, but I prefer that because I like the bike to be a bit more playful out on the trails. So these rims are the Bontrager Line Comp 30s, which have a 29mm internal, and I'm running the same one on the rear as well. I had to switch over to doing a voiceover because the wind started getting fully hectic. But what I was saying was that I'm running the same rim in the rear, and I upgraded the rear hub from a 54 teeth engagement to the 108 teeth engagement, which was pretty simple. It just had to add 3 extra pawls and springs into the hub. The power transfer feels pretty much instant, which is really good. You don't notice many dead spots while pedaling, so it's really good on the technical climbs. I'm currently running tubes. I used to run tubeless, but I can't say that I've had very good experience with it. There have been numerous times where I got punctures and the sealant didn't plug the holes. I switched back to tubes and I haven't had any issues since. I don't really care about saving weight as I don't race anyway, and I typically run higher tire pressures. When it's dry, I usually run the rear at around 30 psi and the front at 27. I prefer the faster rolling, and I like to steer with the back end. The tyres that I'm running are the Hutchinson Griffiths. I've got a 2.5 in the front and a 2.4 in the rear. These have to be my favourite tyres that I've used so far. I came from running the standard DHF DHRs Minions, and these have got some pretty aggressive looking knobbies that hook up nice in the loose stuff. They've got pretty good braking and cornering traction too. Yeah, I love them. The bars that I'm running at the moment are the stock aluminium ones. They're Bontrager Line 35s. They were originally 820mm width, but I cut them down to 760. The stem that's on there at the moment is from my old Merida, and it's a 35mm stem. The Trek came with a 50, but I was having issues with getting to the back of the bike, so I'm testing out the 35mm. I'm actually working on a stem and reach video at the moment, and that should be out soon. Next up are the brakes, which are the Guide R's. Before these, I was used to using Codes, which are SRAM's next level up brakes. The Guides are okay. They don't have the same bite as the Codes, but they do the job. And the grips that I'm using are the Ergon GE1s. I'm using the oil slick versions because they give +1 stees out on the trails. But nah, overall the grip feels really awesome. The ergonomics are just spot on. The angle on the grip makes you kind of put your hand in a way so that it brings your elbows up and gets you more stable with the steering. The fork that's on the bike is the RockShox Yari, which has been a solid fork so far. I'll be looking to upgrade to the Charger 2.1 damper soon, which will turn it into the Lyric, and it'll give me heaps more adjustment to the fork. The Yari came stock with 2 tokens installed, but I found that I wasn't using nearly enough travel, so I took one out and now it feels dialed. The saddle is the Ergon Enduro SM saddle, also oil slick, +1 stees. It's a slim and flat saddle that I found pretty comfy on those longer rides. The dropper that I have on the bike is the Bontrager line dropper. On the medium size, it initially comes with a 125mm dropper, but unfortunately I had to swap it out for a 100mm because I'm short and I kept scrubbing my butt on the seat. The drivetrain on the bike is a GX Eagle. After the 6 or 7 months of owning the bike, the GX Eagle is still shifting pretty flawlessly. I haven't had any issues at all so far, but in saying that, I haven't had any major spills that's caused any damage to the derailleur yet, so knock on wood. I've also got these Stfu chain dampeners on the bike. These were made and developed by Chris Kavarik. The bike's super silent now. It's eliminated chain slap and does exactly what it's been named to do. The cranks that I have on the bike are the 165mm SRAM NX cranks, and I switched out the stock 175mm ones for the shorter crank because of bike fit. I found that I get into better positions on the bike. It feels better during climbs and faster acceleration, especially out of the corners. As for pedals, I run flats. These are the Deity Death Trap pedals. They're a pretty affordable flat pedal with a definite premium feel. It's got a nice concave shape and has pretty beefy pins that make it super grippy. So that was it for the quick bike check. If you guys enjoyed that video, be sure to give us a like and subscribe. We're so close to hitting 400 subscribers now. Appreciate every one of you guys who tune into the videos. See you in the next one. Peace!